if you look at France, they're removing everything that has to do with, you know, just showing yourself what, you know, and everything that has to do with identity. So everyone is basically that little whitewashed, you know, that little robot that comes out of the machine. Everyone's that same little robot.
It's about a man being blamed for his own actions rather than the religion being blamed for his actions, and that's what angers me.
What do you feel when you see this flag? Like,
what do I feel? I don't have no emotions when I see the flag, because I just see it as representing the country which I'm living in, country which I've been raised in.
I think England.
No offence, no offence, but can we let no offence, don't take this the wrong way, but can we let like three white people hold it, please? This is an English flag, please.
No.
Come over, it's them that cause the trouble for you, like, you know, the terrorists. It's them that cause the trouble for you.
Who causes the trouble?
The terrorists, the people that are not born here and they come over and they say they're going to threaten to bomb this and bomb that.
Please, no offence, you can stand behind us.
Hold on a second, I was born here as well.
We're not seen to be just normal young people growing up in the UK. We're those Muslim kids who've got issues, and they're going to become this kind of, you know, this terrorist when they grow up, or, you know, they're going to have all these dodgy contacts. So, you know, you watch out, you know.
So it still sort of shows that people see immigrants or second generation immigrants as outsiders in a way. So it's sort of changing that mentality, and also, even if they do see us as immigrants, it's changing the mentality of what they perceive about us.
So when I look at the British flag, to be honest with you, I think we're useless. The government, I think of, really.
Would you identify yourself as being British?
No.
Really?
No.
So, do you have any feelings toward the flag then?
Not really, I think.
I attended a few conferences related to you know, Islam in the Middle East and stuff like that, and they were saying things like militant Islam. I personally, I've never come anything across militant Islam. If anything is militant, then I personally don't think it's related to Islam. But when you start having these names or having these phrases and putting them out there and people accepting them, it's just like us saying, you know what, we believe that this happens or this exists, when really it doesn't.
So if tomorrow someone turned around and said to me, it's my birthday, we're going to go to a club, there's going to be alcohol, there's going to be cigarettes, there's going to be men, there's going to be women, there's going to be music. And for me, I'm a strong person in the sense that I'll turn around and say, actually no, I don't go clubbing, I don't drink, I'm sorry, I won't be there. And but there's a lot of people that think, you know what, if I don't go with them, I'm not going to have friends. People are going to think I'm not cool.
Come on, you must have some feeling. You're English? You're British? Do you not have any connection to the flag?
So I have not really, no.
At all?
No, not really.
It gives us a strength to help other people and support the country. We like the country. That's all.
For example, when you watch TV and so on, majority of the Muslims are people that look like myself or look like most of the people in this room. So by default, you associate yourself with those individuals just based on what they look like and their background in terms of the fact that they're Muslims. So if the media is stigmatising them folk, then by default you're assuming that they're going to be stigmatising you as well. So
but I think with the whole Quran burning, I was really shocked. Like, this is a sacred word of Allah, and I think it just made me wake up and realise that for me, that I have to start memorising it, and I have to really study it for myself, because if I can't defend the Quran, then that's actually my fault, because it means that I haven't studied it enough and I'm not doing enough to protect it and preserve it.
We're living in countries that are secular states, countries that are not ruled by religion. They're gonna make more money off media by blaming religion rather than blaming a person, because that's not going to make it onto the news. I mean, if a country is not run by a law of a religion, it's going to be quicker to blame a religion.
I believe we're in a multicultural society anyway, and we have been for many, many years. And we are what we make of it.
I see white men running around like hooligans on a football pitch, parading around with the Union Jack. That's what I imagine.
Do you not have any connection with it when you see it?
Not particularly, no.
I'd say the more the Muslims are provoked, the more of an impact it has, the more the media pays attention to it, and the more the people that have done this get what they want.
When I see non-Muslims, I mean non-white people having the Union Jack, you kind of associate that with BNP, and it's really bad. Like, I don't know why we do this. And
but then again,
I don't see it as I don't see the reason for all this that's happening, the Quran burning and the minaret issue and the burqa and so on, as having a set intention to provoke. Although it does, I think that I do feel though that it's a direct attack on Islam. It's trying to, I don't know, kind of sieve it out of society and definitely label it as something evil.
It's like you have to strike a balance between whether not talking about it or not seeing it as a big issue means that they're complicit and agreeing with it, and whether by talking about it so much they are making it a bigger issue. So